The earliest settlers on the Italian peninsula arrived in prehistoric times, from about 1000 to 500 BC. Three groups inhabited the region and eventually battled for control. There were Latins, the Greeks, and the Etruscans.
The Latins built the original settlement at a cluster of wooden huts atop one of its 7 hills, Palatine Hill. These settlements were considered to be the first Romans. Between 750 and 600 BC, the Greeks established colonies along southern Italy and Sicily. The cities became prosperous and commercially active. They brought all of Italy, including Rome, into closer contact with Greek civilization. The Etruscans were native to northern Italy. They were skilled metal workers and engineers. Around 600 BC, an Etruscan became king of Rome. In decades that followed, Rome grew from a collection of hilltop villages to a city that covered nearly 500 square miles. The last king of Rome was Tarquin, the proud, harsh.
The Romans declared they would never again be ruled by a king. Instead, they established a republic. A republic is a form of government in which power rests with the citizens who have right to vote for their leaders. In early republics, different groups of Romans struggled for power. One group was patricians, the wealthy landowners who held most power. Group was the plebeians, the common farmers, artisans, and merchants, who made up the majority of the population.
Patricians inherit their power and social status. They claimed that their ancestry gave them the authority to make laws for Rome. The plebeians were citizens of Rome with the right to vote. However, they were barred by law from holding most important government positions. In time, Rome's leaders allowed the plebeians to form their own assembly and elect representatives called tribunes. Tribunes protected the rights of the plebeians from unfair of patrician officials. After hundreds of years, the founding of the Republic, Rome sought to expand its territory through trade and conquest. By 4th century BC, the Romans dominated central Italy, defeated the Etruscans, and became masters of nearly all the region. Rome's location gave it easy access to the riches of the lands, named the Mediterranean Sea. They traded Roman wine and olive oil for a variety of fruits, raw materials, and manufactured goods. However, other large and powerful cities interfered. One of them was Carthage. Rome and Carthage went to war. This war was the beginning of the long struggle known as the Punic Wars. The first for control of Sicily and the western Mediterranean lasted for 20 years.
Carthage with Hamilcar and the Romans. But unfortunately, the Carthage was defeated. Hannibal assembled thousands of troops with the intent of capturing Rome. He sought to surprise the Romans with the most daring and risky move. Hannibal, together with his troops, won many battles against Rome. However, the Romans regrouped and with the aid of many allies stood firm. Punic Wars gave it dominance over the western Mediterranean. About 70 BC, Rome's territory spread throughout western and eastern parts. In 60 BC, a military leader named Julius Caesar joined forces with Crassus, a wealthy Roman, and Pompey, a capital senator. These men dominated Rome as triumvirate. army across the Rubicon River in Italy, where he defeated the army of Pompey. Caesar won a string of victories in the Middle East, North Africa, and Spain. He said the words Veni, Vidi, Vici, which means I came, I saw, I conquered. On his return to Rome, he was appointed as dictator for life. A number of important senators led by Marcus Brutus and Gaius Crassus plotted his assassination. On March 15, 44 BC, they stabbed him to death. Adopted son Octavian joined with an experienced general named Mark Antony and a powerful politician Lepidus, creating the Second Triumvirate. Their alliance, however, ended in jealousy and violence. Octavian forced Lepidus to retire. He and Mark Antony became rivals. She met up Queen Cleopatra of Egypt and followed her to Egypt. Octavian accused Antony of plotting Rome from Egypt, and war erupted. Octavian defeated the forces of Antony and Cleopatra at naval battle of Actium. Then later, Antony and Cleopatra committed suicide. Augustus ruled Rome as the ageless leader and led Rome for years in precise leadership. Years after his death, agriculture spread throughout Roman Empire. Roman emperors molded Rome into a better and disciplined empire. But some of them cruelty. Gods and goddesses were worshipped in different but familiar ways. Christianity spread throughout the Roman Empire, but many of their followers were persecuted in the Roman times. Years later, Christianity was accepted as their official religion.
In 3rd century AD, Rome faced many problems. They came both from within the empire and from outside. Only drastic economic, military, and political reforms, it seemed, could not hold off collapse. Piece by piece, Rome's economy weakens. Odoacer became king of Italy, but he didn't contribute much, and he became one of the reasons why Rome fell. The weak rulers and the barbarians are also two of the reasons why Rome fell. Many people no longer felt they had a stake in the empire. They did not care whether the ruler was Roman or German. Devastating epidemics swept through the western provinces, increasing the sense of helplessness. Despite these tremendous pressures, the breakup of the Western Roman Empire was a slow process.